Adam Hombs, informative speech.
I have a skill that everybody needs to master in order to get through life. It introduces you and allows you to say who you are. It provides you with entertainment and enjoyment, and it provides you with opportunities to help further yourself for the future. The skill I'm talking about is the art of conversation. Marquis de Sade once said, "Conversation is like parts of the anatomy. They all run more smoothly when lubricated." Conversations come easier to some more than others. This is why we all need to work on our speaking skills so our conversations can run more smoothly. We've all been there. We are at an event or function and we realize that we know absolutely no one there. This is when we begin to panic, and at some point you're probably thinking about leaving. But this is when you only need 3 seconds of courage and tell yourself that you can do this. The hardest part about a conversation is starting it. But once you start the conversation, it becomes easier and easier as the conversation continues. Here are 6 tips to start a conversation. You should always try to lead with a compliment. A compliment is a great conversation starter because it makes the person you're talking to feel good about themselves. Embrace small talk. Small talk will lead to deeper conversations where you get to know the person you are talking to more. Some small talk would be talking about the weather or an event that you are at. You should ask a lot of questions. The more questions you ask, the more opportunities you have to change the subject. And make sure you are always nice. If you are mean to the person you are talking to, they will no longer want to talk to you. Make sure the other person does some talking too. Malcolm Forbes said, "The art of conversation lies within listening." So do not be the person that is the dominant speaker, but go back and forth from speaking to listening so the conversation can run more smoothly. And the final tip, keep it light. If the subject matter is light and positive, the person you are talking to will be more willing to stay and continue the conversation. But there are many more factors that affect your conversation than just your verbal skills. Your body language sends out a powerful message, and it lets you know the person you are talking to that you have their full. Here are 6 nonverbal signals. Facial expressions. You should always use facial expressions to show your emotions. So if you're angry, happy, or sad about a subject, you should use your facial expressions to show that emotions. Your body movements and postures. Your body posture sends out a message to the world. So your posture, stance, and movements all fall underneath that category. Gestures. We all use gestures more than you think, but we have to be careful when we use them because some gestures mean different things in different cultures. And space. We all have our personal space, so if you are ever in somebody's personal space, they might become discomforted and want to leave the conversation. And your voice. The volume, your pronunciation, your pace, and your tone all come into factor if the person can hear you. We all have conversations daily, and we take them for granted. Referring back to de Sade's quote, we all need to make sure we practice and consider using helpful tips to maintain and enjoy the art of conversation. Thank you.